What's going on, everyone? So as some of you may know, I've had wrist issues since college when I used to be a computer programmer in a brain lab. So I'm going to give you today 6 tips that I've done to help keep my wrist issues / carpal tunnel arm problems at bay. Now, I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice, and I have no qualifications for that, but this is what's helped me. So hopefully some of these or all of these can help you. Tip number 1 is sleep in wrist braces. Now, I no longer have to do this anymore because it really doesn't bother me as much at night. In the very beginning, I couldn't even sleep with my wrists facing down. It would light my wrists on fire if I slept with my wrists facing down. So I had to sleep with my wrists facing up. Now, I used any brace, either one that I got at the drugstore or even something like this. This is like roller skating wrist guards. And most of the time I even took the little splint out. Basically anything to keep my wrist from bending at night, that was the main use. Sleeping in wrist braces really helped for a very long time. Tip 2 is stop using a normal mouse. I don't use a normal mouse anymore for my computer. I use a Wacom tablet, and this acts as my mouse with this little pen. And that's how I click, and that's how I select things on the computer. I can't use a trackball. I can't use a trackpad. I can't use any of those things. If I do, the pain comes back very quickly. So overall, find a solution that works for you that is not a normal mouse. There are a few different weird solutions out there. Tip number 3 is this resistance band exercise. So I'm going to take a resistance band, pretty much any will do, but make sure it gives you some resistance. I'm going to hold it with one hand in the middle, and the other hand, I'm going to try to stretch out like that, sort of so that my shoulder blade is moving towards the center of my back. And I'm going to do that with both arms. This exercise seemed to help out a lot, more than any of the other exercises that I've tried, and I tried a lot of them. I swear some of them made it worse, so hopefully this doesn't make it worse for you. Tip number 4 is kind of a combined tip, and I'm not 100% sure how these relate, but they seem to. Use these little forearm compressors when you're feeling it a bit in your arm, and don't rest on your elbows on things, even on soft things. Don't rest on your elbows because that seems to set it off. The exact type of forearm compressors doesn't seem to really matter. This one is smooth and this one has like a little bump, like to compress more. When I'm feeling it, especially standing around at a show or something, then that is how they work. And for some reason, it seems to work. Not 100% sure why this helps, but it definitely seems to under limited circumstances. Tip number 5 is get massages. Even cheap massages will work. Things that especially, not just your arm, but really targeting your back and shoulders, because this is really all connected. So get massages for your upper body. If you can't afford to get massages, I sit in massage chairs a lot at Planet Fitness because I'm one of those people that can't afford massages all the time. Even student massages, find anything to get yourself cheaper massages because that was absolutely critical for me. I will sit in massage chairs at Planet Fitness for half an hour or an hour. Even though you only get 10 minutes at a time, I just keep going back up there, getting more time. I don't care. Get massages. The last tip I have for you is ergonomics and use of the computer. Of course, you've heard set a timer, get up, take breaks from the computer, but also make sure things like your keyboard are low enough so that it's not stressing out your shoulders and arms. If you're doing this all the time, that can be really rough. Make sure it's low enough, almost in your lap sort of style. None of the little pads really helped me, really just keeping things low and not stressing your muscles. That's what helped me the most. And of course, in the beginning, you're just gonna have to use the computer and other things like that less. You're just gonna have to find a way. Eventually, you'll hopefully be able to do more, but at least in the beginning, when it's really hurting, you're gonna have to find a way to do less. That's it. I've struggled with these for a very long time. I hope this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next one.